A few years ago, I became determined to reach the wreckage of a 1960s-era drone crash site that's described in Leonard Taylor's Trails of the Huachuca's Trail Guide. But there was one problem. I couldn't find the trailhead. Actually, now that I think about it, there were several problems, but finding the trailhead was the first one. My husband and I tried twice, and both times, no dice.
Well, we didn't find the drone.
Besides a trail-finding problem, another issue is that you need to start on the west side of the Huachucas on Lyell Canyon Trail, so that you don't make an unauthorized crossing over the Fort Huachuca boundary. But driving to the west side brings up a third issue. The forest road to the trailhead on the west side is known to swallow even four-wheel drive trucks. Oh! In any case, I finally found the crash site on my third attempt back in 2022. And now I enjoy hiking to it every so often, like I'm doing today, each time reminding myself that what seems so obvious and easy when you read about it in a book isn't always so obvious or easy in real life. To get to the trailhead on the west side of the Huachucas for this hike, head south on State Route 83, turn east onto Lyell Canyon Road, and then quickly pick up Brushy Canyon Road and drive until it ends in about 6 miles. Today the road was okay, but you can never tell how it'll be until you get there. This small carcinite sign is the closest you'll get to a trail sign for the next couple of miles. At the start, you have to imagine that there's a sign pointing you in the correct direction, and you definitely want to have a GPS track or map along with you. Despite its name, this trail doesn't actually go into the canyon it's named for. It simply runs generally north and south along the Huachucas, while the canyon itself heads east up towards the Crest Trail. Even though it's often not obvious exactly where the trail is, if you stick to the fence line, after 1.5 miles, you'll reach the halfway point of Lyell Canyon Trail and see your first signs. Unfortunately, the sign that points you in the direction you need to go is currently on the ground. So if you use your imagination and pretend that I am that sign on the ground, I would be telling you, I am going to head directly east on Huachuca Peak Trail. To me, it's a head-scratcher as to why Lyell Canyon Trail doesn't actually head up Lyell Canyon, but I guess some mysteries aren't meant to be solved. At any rate, from this junction, it's 2 miles and 1,000 feet of elevation gain, along a trail that's filled with flowers. Poison ivy, and mosquitoes in monsoon season. There's not much of a trail at this time of year, that's for sure. There are some steep switchbacks that I had forgotten about since my last hike here, and then, just as the trail seems to fade away once again, you should stumble across the drone wreckage. You can see one part of it and the drainage right there. There's a wing. Officially, it's a Ryan 147 Firebee, but unofficially, troops called it the bullshit bomber because it was used to drop propaganda leaflets in Vietnam in the early 1970s. It's easy to think that drones were invented recently, but they've actually been around for over 100 years, and Fort Huachuca has been used as a testing area since the 1950s. This wreckage isn't within Fort Huachuca, and since it's too remote and the wreckage too heavy to remove, after the military came and removed critical parts, it's been left where it is within the surrounding national forest. Remember, Forest Service regulations strictly prohibit collecting items that are 50 or more years old, and this wreckage meets that criteria. After a break, it was back the way I came, picking off weed stickers from my pants and picking up some trash. managing to lose my phone along the way and hiking back for it. My magic watch told me that my phone was no longer with me, and I had to go back for it. Oh man, here it is. Yay! There's no way I would have found it without that. Joe always tells me, you're gonna lose your phone if you leave it in your pocket. And he's right. And to top it off, getting rained on. You could say that the hike didn't exactly end on a high note. At least it's just rain and not a thunderstorm. Well, okay, it's a thunderstorm too. I loved it anyway. Hiking to the drone always reminds me of trying and trying again to find it, and how satisfied I was when I finally did. I imagine most hikers have had that same kind of experience, and you know exactly how good it feels. I really hope you like this hike. Okay, you gotta go, buddy. All in all, it was 8 miles with 2,000 feet of elevation gain, with an interesting remnant of military history as the destination. If you're looking for other hikes like it, click one of the links at the end of this video, and I think you'll find one that suits you. And I'll see you on the next one.